hold, stop. Well, the day definitely did not go how we expected. Wow, this is, he's out of Stockton. Date last seen, July of '94. Narvaiz left home to go back to work in his beige '88 Toyota. He was heading to a Delta Island ranch. He never returned. Vehicle never located.
Police tell us that the remains were found inside a vehicle in Sacramento County.
There you go. Let's put more in here though. Elk Grove, California, we are back on our 4th search, looking for Duke Haringer, who went missing October 21st of 2018. We have a lot of backstory on this one. We have episode 1, 2, and 3, where we really go into a lot of details of the family, where Duke has been single, but also goes missing shortly after his mother passes away. But the thing is, with this also, cell phone ping, Steamboat Slough Bridge, where we thought that we found his vehicle, but it turned out to be a Chevy Malibu, and we're looking for a Chevy Cruze. And in the Steamboat Slough, we found 18 vehicles. We were really hopeful because it's a slough where there shouldn't be a single vehicle. So we're gonna put in at the boat ramp here, head up 2.5, 3 miles to the slough, hit this road, and like I said, I always say it, with any hope, fingers crossed, we're gonna bring Duke home today.
For families who have all but given up on finding their loved ones, this team is a last hope. Civilian divers cracking cold cases for free.
All right, I'm confirmed I do have gas, and we are heading out. So what I'm gonna be really interested in here on Hogback Slough, once we get out here and on the actual slough, as we were coming in, we have a road that just ramps right at a T intersection into the water. So somebody that's looking to check out on their own, definitely a good location for that. There's also a ferry crossing where it looks like it has a new gate that comes down. But as we've seen, there's a lot of locations, a lot of ferry locations that have never had any gates at all, like where we found Jacob. Here, let's double check this. Kind of weird, but it's too flat on the back. I think it's more of a log. I don't see any wheels on it. It's 15, it's 12 feet deep. Yeah, it looks like a log. I mean, it looks like an alligator there, but it's a log. Not a car. Let's see. Found it? I'll show you what I'm interested in. Is right here. Yeah, we got a car right there. Pretty sure. Yep. That's an old car though, I believe. So what I do at this point when I see something on side scan, we go back over the top of it, and then I look on shore to see what tree or bush or rock I got to line up with to then get a good reading on it. So right here, right off those sticks right there. And this one almost kind of looks like a boat. So now what we'll do is we'll come in at some different angles. Could be a car. Not convinced of it. Right there. Yeah, it kind of looks like a car that way. But it's too, you know what it looks like? It looks like a pontoon boat. And it's not tall enough. If you look at it, it's only 3 feet tall. So not a car on that one. Yeah, it's more like a pontoon boat. That's what it looks like. Oh, and there's a car 100%. Looks like an old vehicle though. Not a Chevy Cruze, but we'll go double check it. I think it was at the end of the tree here. Here we go, right here. We're right on top of it. Alright, there it is right there. Upside down, almost looks like a pickup truck maybe. Can't tell what it is though. Pickup truck. Is the bed of the truck. So there's a truck that we might be interested in. I have to find out exactly where this gentleman wrote to me and said that his brother was found near Hogback, is what I was told. Now, he mentioned Steamboat Slough, but he also mentioned near Hogback. So it could be a truck right there of interest. In fact, let me mark it so that way we know exactly where it's at. Anyway, his brother was found floating in the river. They initially thought that it was foul play. He had very little water in his lungs, and I'm marking this right now. Had very little water in his lungs, and his truck was never found. And so that's why they thought that maybe it was foul play and that somebody stole his truck. However, there's been 3 trucks now that we found. That could actually 2 that would be potentials in my opinion. Right there is our mark. But as far as like diving and recovering it, it's not a big thing for us. The reason for it is he's already been found. But they just want to know like if one of these vehicles is his truck. So we may dive it, we may not. It's not a big priority. And we want to stay efficient looking for a Duke. Alright, I might have another car. Right here. Right there on the left. Yeah, I'm still gotta go left of it. Right off of like that rock there. And tough to say. I mean, kind of looks like a car. Oh, now it's on the right. How did I get it on the right? Wait, it's still up there? Up there. That's what I want right there. Right here. So it's 50 feet upstream still. But that right there is the car. Oh, here's where that intersection is too. So see, that's where I would expect a car. Yeah, it's really long is the issue. But see, like that looks like a car right there. But see, then it's like long, and I don't know why it's long. See, that looks like a car hanging off on the edge a little bit. And those, I thought were cars. You know what those are? Those are docks. Right there, and right there, you want to see it? There's a dock. Yeah, I'm just not getting any height for anything else. How many you find?
I don't know, there's something right here.
Yeah?
About 300 feet this way of the ferry cable.
Yeah.
I think there's a boat.
Huh. Nice. Yeah, we found a truck.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. You want the location of it? You want me to text you?
Do I need to go find it myself?
No.
Oh, where's it at?
No, I'm not going to find it myself. It's down there.
At the At the jump?
No, there was nothing at the jump, actually. I was really surprised.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna keep scanning. Did you make it all the way to the corner?
I just went to the ferry rope.
Okay.
So,
All right, I'm gonna scan it the rest of the way to the corner. Do not pass ferry when light is flashing. His light is flashing. Alright, so I think that's what Matt was talking about out here. Could be a car though. Let's go hit it and see what it is. Over about 30 feet from where we were. There it is, right there. Yeah, I think it's a boat. Yeah, it's not very tall, but it is long. So it's probably 30 foot in length. No cars at the ferry ramp there. Surprised. No, so we're not going to hit the intersection because it is getting pretty dark. We have a lot of river to cover tomorrow on both sides of this slough, as well as up past the steamboat slough, and we can circle back around that way up towards the vineyard. So for that reason, for safety reasons, we're going to just do a quick scan on this side of the ferry here, and then we'll jet down the river back to the boat launch and where we're going to end up staying for the night. Nothing on this side that I can see. All right, well, let's kick it up for the night and kick it off first thing in the morning. Okay, I know that we did a little bit of searching last night for Duke, but I want to bring all of you into this. You know, we want to bring Alex into this, Johnny into this, who have never been with us before, and you may have not seen episode 1, 2, or 3, which is linked down below. So we're going to do a little recap as to Duke Haringer. We have the family winery is up here. It's one of the oldest wineries and farms within the state of California. Now, Duke himself, his home is located over here, but the reason why we're so focused over here is because right here at the Steamboat Slough Bridge is where his cell phone pinged. We really focus on a 5-mile radius from where that last cell phone ping was at. If we don't have a cell phone ping, then we really focus on a 5-mile radius of where he was last seen or from his home. But we don't feel like he was near his home at that moment in time because of that cell phone ping. So we're going to jet back up the river here, and instead of heading back up in the Steamboat Slough, I think we want to stay focused on this side of the river on this island here, and we're going to run this entire loop back up to the Sacramento River up here, and then we'll jet back down the river here. I think that I have a car upside down. We'll identify right where it's at. Okay, so it's right before that bush right there. So this is what I spot first to identify that I'm looking for a possible car right here. Anyway, zoom in on it. So right there. And so what we're going to do now is go back over this area closer to shore because it was 30 feet over, and it was right on this great big bush that you see behind you. So if you watch the screen here, you can keep watching the screen. I'll go slow and won't flip you out. So the next probably 10 feet is where it's going to be. So we're looking for some height to it is what we're looking for. So right there, so we got some height. And that's about 4 feet tall. And not quite sure. All right, sit down so I can flip the boat around some. So right about here. And at this angle, it doesn't look tall enough. It's only 2 feet tall that way. And it's a boat, is what it is. Yeah. Sunken boat, and it's filled in a little bit. It's sitting upright. So this slough right here is the one where we ended up finding the 18 cars. So now we're gonna head up this direction around the entire island and go around the slough, because there's a skinny road that he came in on, real bumpy, pretty much single wide road. We're expecting that there will be more cars up here. If we found, you know, 6 or 7 or 9 on this side, we're expecting more cars up here.
Why are there 18 cars in this river?
Well, there's like a cross down here where some people died. So there's 3 crosses down here. So some are accidents and some are insurance fraud. But yeah, I was surprised with as many as what we found, because it's such a small community and we're, you know, outside of Sacramento as far as we are. Not big enough for a car. Places like that. Even in between like these, I wouldn't expect Duke would be on here, but you could see another car could come in through here. Little lunch and break. Alex and I were on the water for about 2 hours when we left the boat ramp. Not much to see. We came up and we did a little bit of recording on the GoPro there, but we've made it up about 4 miles. Came past this steamboat slough where we found the 18 vehicles, and we did not find any vehicles today yet. And so we're going to continue to the north here on this slough, intersect with the Sacramento River just north of the Paintersville Bridge, head back under the bridge where we found some vehicles before, head down to the Steamboat Slough Bridge, meet up with these guys, and we'll continue searching south of where the cell phone ping was, but hopefully, maybe, we'll find Duke in this stretch before we even get to the Sacramento River. All right, I think that I have a car right here. Yep, I got a car right here. Oh, and kid you not, it also is upside down, and it also appears to be in the shape of Duke's car. It's only 2 feet wide there. I need to get a side view of it. Gotta find it again. All right, right there. Oh yeah, it's an upside down car. What it look like there? All right. Issue is it's 31 feet deep. That's why it gives us a much more difficult reading on here. All right, there it is. Right, is that it? Yeah. Right off of that tree right there. All right, so see at that angle, it's only 4 feet wide. So that's too small, right? 0, wait. You go 1, 2, well, that's 4.5 feet wide. All right, let me spin around. I gotta get a wide angle of it. But look at this angle though. Now that looks like a car that side, that way, upside down. Right there, see that? And that's from 0 to 12 feet. Hold on, let me go back over it for you. Keep watching, I'll show you. So it should be coming up right here. Okay, so there's the back of it. It's right here, right there. Okay, doesn't look like a back wheel there. And now I get a spin a little bit.
Upside down?
Yeah. And I can't get a good read because of the way we're going in the river here, floating across. So hard to get a read on this. Okay, there's a good read right there. So it's 6 to 10, so it's 16 feet long. So let's try to put a magnet on it. Alright, so we're right under, the car's right underneath of us right now. But the issue is, the magnet is way back there. So let more out and pull the magnet in, and then I'll have to throw it with the hope that it comes and lands on it. Right about here. There we go. We're on it. All right, let's slowly back this up to the shore.
The group originally started their focus on environmental cleanup. They've turned that focus into finding families' lost loved ones. By combining the facts of the case and using advanced sonar systems, the team is able to identify cars, and that's how they know where to dive.
Is that lightning? Well, unfortunately, not Duke. It's a Toyota. It's so buried, I can't get into any of the windows to clear it. So I brought the plate up so we can run it just to see if by chance it's connected with anybody that's missing. We ran into a similar case last year where we found somebody, pulled them out, and then one of the other cars had somebody in there that was from out of the area. So that's why we always check plates. But yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't tell what model of Toyota it was. So we'll see if that brings up any information for us. Yeah, what'd you end up finding? Oh, see, that was like that. So I thought it was a bait thing. Perfect. Your phone able to work? You got phone service?
A little bit. Got one bar of 5G. Got it. On Namus.
Is it? Are you serious?
I think so. We want to verify that plate? I will read it to you.
Name us.
2 Henry Tango
Henry
Delta
Tango? Yeah.
233.
He never returned. We just solved the case that we don't know who it is. Oh, wait. I'll tell you who it is. This is the one we weren't planning on. Wow, this is, he's out of Stockton. Date last seen, July of '94. He is driving, circumstances. Narvaiz left home to go back to work in his beige '88 Toyota.
When I saw Toyota
Cressida.
Cressida,
He never returned. He was heading to a Delta Island ranch in Twin Cities Road area of Sacramento County. He never returned. Vehicle never located. Hey, I'm reporting that we're out intentionally looking for Duke Haringer, who's missing somewhere with his car from 2018. However, we just accidentally solved another missing persons case. He's been missing since 1994. We just found his car 30 feet deep in the Delta.
Okay, what's the license plate?
It is 2 Henry Tango Delta 233. 36 years old. He went missing July 1st of 1994. And his first name is Arnell, A-R-N-E-L. Last name is N-A-R-V-A-I-Z.
Were you able to see anything in the vehicle at all while you were diving down there?
No, the sill, so the vehicle is upside down. The vehicle is upside down and the sill is up past the window, so I could not see inside.
I'm hearing you guys have all the equipment to pull the vehicle out, right?
Yeah, we're already.
Okay.
We just need a rotator.
Perfect.
The big truck, because he needs to come in and go over the edge and then have control to bring it up. Because you have evidence inside, somebody that's potentially inside, so we want to make sure we don't lose them.
So we'll work on that. We're contacting the coroner to let them know they're gonna speak with Stockton's and kind of get all that process going.
All right, I'll suit up. I'll get it pre-rigged, and that way, in 30 minutes, they'll be ready whenever they show up.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. 200 foot.
The light is fading fast. From this old town we gotta go.
All right, find the middle there.
Bags are packed, so what we waiting for? There's no point in delaying what we both already know. Escape this time with me. Escape this time with me. We could rent a room and watch the stars dance round the moon. Fall asleep to the sounds of the sea. With you right by my side, it's such a sweet life. Escape this time with me. Escape this time with me. Nowhere else to be. Escape this time with me.
I take a buoy just in case that axle comes off, because it's a Toyota, so they're like all that unibody frame. And so there's no frame for me to actually hook to other than the axle. So I'm gonna put a buoy on this line just in case that breaks free. So I always have a marker to go back on. Say again?
What happened? You guys just found the car? Or?
Yeah, we were looking for a Haringer that went missing in 2018. We found a different guy instead that's been missing since '94. So it's a Toyota, all solid frame, or unibody, whatever they call them. vehicle is upside down, so you don't want to turn your truck around. So I have the vehicles off of this tree, and I have a line. I've already got everything attached for you. So you'll want to pull this direction, keep it low so we don't lose anything out of it. Now it's buried in silt also, so it's buried up to the windows. So have to be careful to break it loose, and hopefully we don't pull that axle off of it. It's at 30 feet deep, about 30 feet out, and the bank is just one of those rocky banks that,
So you got a dive team going down to hook everything up?
already hooked up. I already did it. This one looked like it could have been his because it's upside down. It was the right length, so that's why I dove on this one. Brought the plate up, and it was the we Googled it, found it in Namus. So it was not somebody we were looking for. So,
but it was somebody that was in Namus.
In Namus, yeah.
You guys didn't for sure see anything in there. I heard that like the windows.
The windows are silted in, so we couldn't see in the vehicle at all. So no windows were exposed to. Hopefully, if we keep everything low and slow, bring it up, then we'll be able to keep everything in there.
You wanted to come?
white rattle. All right. I'm glad that axle held, or whatever it is. It's not even an axle. Push it and pull. There you go. Okay, now put it on both of the yellow ones. So you go through, yep, both of those.
Just close it?
Yep, now just close it, it'll lock. Yep, there you go. Yeah, go ahead and lift now. Hold. Stop. Hold up. Hold. All right. Hey, Becky. Becky. We're going to be dragging across these rocks, and you have remains. You want to grab any pictures or anything before you smash anything, or what do you want to do?
See anything in there?
Yeah, you got bones.
Yeah. Okay.
You want me to take them? You want me to take them out here, or you? What would you?
I'd rather take him out up here.
Right. What the issue is? They're hanging out of the car right here. They're going to smash across the rocks right here. Is what we have right now. All right, there you go. You got a couple shots there. Yep. On shore, I'm happy it broke there. You think about flipping it? Or are you gonna rotate it? Toast, yeah. I mean, you might make it work. I mean, you got part of a frame that comes up to it, so we could make it work. Let me have a chain though instead of the straps.
Yeah, we have some baby J's, some big J hooks.
Okay, yeah, hand me those and I can hook those for you. Thank you. All right. And there it goes.
Mother's face, my father's heart. A good day when the fall rains start. A feeling you find no matter how far you've gone. The thing you can't quite put your finger on. Back home. Party of six, never on time. You won't melt, go play outside. Learning that the sun still shines behind the clouds. When summer comes, you roll the windows down. Back home.
A 30-year search.
It's finally like a relief. We know where he's at.
Chanel says that her father disappeared when she was very young.
So I was born in 1992, and then they said he left 1994. So I was like, I don't know a memory with him,
Another family member told KCRA that in 1994 they held searches for Arnell, and without any luck, the family thought they had moved on until last week.
I was just kind of shocked because I seen the face, and I felt bad because I seen the look in her face, and I was like, she looks really sad. So she was quiet for that whole week.
After Stockton police notified the family, Chanel says her mother is grieving this loss the most.